Hi everyone, Frederick here at Simple System Trading. Welcome to this video. Today I'm going to show you how to set up the draw tool sharing study for ShareAchart. After you followed this video, you can quickly copy drawings in real time, just like shown in this sneak preview. It works with most ShareAchart drawings, works between ShareAchart instances and with other ShareAchart users as well. You can share your drawings in real time with your trading group. You can receive the drawings from your trading mentor, and you can also copy your drawings between different instances you are running. Keep watching and get started quickly. All right, so let's get started. To get started, you need to get a license from the website. So a draw tool share study, look it up, select your license option. There's a free trial available as well, and proceed with the checkout process. After checkout, you will receive a license key in your email, as well as access to a PDF file that will describe the access instructions in detail. If you go to your account page on the SST website, you will go to license activation here, type in your details and click the license activation button. After that, you will need to restart ShareAchart to receive the study file automatically downloaded on your computer. With that, you're good to go. You also see a link here to manage study details for this particular draw tool share study. This is a specific page linked to your license code that will allow you to create channels. There's also an overview of some of the details here, which I will go through in a bit, and the channel registration process, which I will cover as well. First, a little bit more about the study concept. If you have access to the bundle, there are two studies in there, a transmitter study and a receiver study. And if you use one of those studies, you will basically connect to a channel. I represent the channel here with this drawing, and we connect to it. So let's say this is a local machine, a computer running, and it uses ShareAchart in a couple of instances here, right? So on those ShareAchart instances, you have charts loaded. So there's a couple of charts here as well. And a chart can run a study. So let's say you connect a transmitted study on one of those charts. The study will connect to the backend here. So there'll be a connection open on that particular channel, and the channel is unique. It's a unique channel that you can create on that configuration page I just showed, and that channel will be used in the study settings. So you connect to the channel, and with that channel, other users can connect to it as well. So they can configure their receiving study on this channel as well. It can be your own, your other chart that connects as a receiver, but it can also be different ShareAchart users that connect to that channel as well, and load up their own ShareAchart instances and connect to receive drawings. So that's basically the concept. So you load a transmitter study here on a chart. You start drawing, make modifications. Those modifications and drawings will be sent out to the channel. And whoever listens to that channel with their receiver study will receive them on the chart in real time. So to maintain this connection, there's cost involved. So to make sure that's all fair and square, I implemented a credit system. So this credit system that's in place works on each particular channel. The channel is unique and created by the license holder. So only the channel creator can use the transmitter study on a particular channel, right? You cannot receive and retransmit on a different channel, keeping things private. So you'll not be able to receive drawings from someone else and then retransmit them on your own channel. That does not work. There's one connection per computer maintained, making this credit system very efficient. The studies are optimized for efficiency that way. That credit system, you basically have 1 minute of connectivity to a channel equaling 1 credit. Sending a drawing on a chart is also 1 credit. Sending a modification to that drawing is also 1 credit. So those credits will be maintained on the back end, and the status of that will be available on your configuration page. Receiving on your own channel is free. Receiving drawings on someone else's channel will also be 1 credit for each drawing and each modification. Bulk transmissions, which I will highlight in the demo, are also 1 credit for receiving and for transmissions as well. For comparison, 10,000 credits a month is more or less 8 hours a day for 5 days a week. So that's an impression on how many credits you might need. Each license option has a different credit amount available, and the monthly subscriptions will reset the number of credits after each payment. There's also one-time payment licenses with a certain amount of credits available. Those will not renew credits. You can top up the credits for a particular license on that configuration page. The top-up credits will never expire, and they will be used if license credits are no longer available. So credits are attached to a license and cannot be interchanged. So if you look at the credits here, you see on this particular license key I have 5,000 base credits. I can use 10 channels. If you want more, you can just let me know. I can raise that number. But the base credits basically are counting down, and the latest count is available on your configuration page here. The number of top-up credits for that license is also shown, and the amount of credits that are used. For this particular trial license, there's no renewal in place, but if you have a monthly subscription, you will see how many basically the base credits will be renewed and how long it takes for that renewal to kick in. If you run out of credits before the next payment is due, or if you have a license with a one-time payment and the amount of credits run out, you can top up credits. It's right here in the page here, and you can basically proceed to checkout and get those credits available on your license immediately after checkout. So top-up credits are an easy way to make sure you never run out of credits and still maintain access to the channel. So that's a quick rundown on the concept and the credit system. Now let's look into channel registration options. The channel registration is fairly easy. There's 2 options here. You can have, it said, 10 channels in total. It can be a mix of open channels or a managed channel. So difference is that an open channel basically has no access control. Anyone that has the channel can share it with anyone else, but there will be no check on whoever is using that channel inside their share a chart study settings. So anyone with an open channel can use it. It still needs to use the tag as well, but people could share that between them. And as a channel owner, you might want to restrict access to your channel, and that's why the managed channel option is there as well. So an open channel can be fairly quickly registered. You name it, you click the register open channel, and this table here will populate with a channel token. That channel token will need to be shared with your followers or whoever you want to receiving your drawings. So the channel token is used in the transmitter study as well as in the receiver study. Again, if you want more control over who can access that particular channel and use that channel token, there's another option here. It's a managed channel using Discord, the Discord role-based access control to manage whoever has access to your channel. It's explained here in the text. There's a couple of steps that need to be performed to be able to use it. As a channel owner, you will need to use Discord, have your own Discord server to start using this. If you are not a channel owner, but you are listening on a managed channel that you get from your Discord owner, you will need to perform step 1. Step 1 will assign a Discord user to the license key. So you click this button, it will load in the same tab here, and this will allow you to connect to Discord and make sure that your Discord username is attached to the license key. So it will ask me to log in to Discord. I'll do that right now using my phone. I will authorize the verification bot to verify my Discord data. And all it will do is get the Discord username and the avatar, right? Right now, my Discord user is connected to my license. So right now, I can start to listen on a managed channel from someone else. If I'm managing my own channel, I can now use step number 2 and add the Watcher bot to my Discord server. This is a particular Discord bot that will need to run on your Discord server to maintain a good list of users that are assigned to a particular role. So to do that, you need to click step number 2 here. It will open it in a new tab. With this, you will give access to the SST Discord channel Watcher bot on your particular Discord server. This bot will send some messages and will keep tabs on role-based access control. You basically can close this down and you have done step number 2. With that, you need to go into Discord itself. There's some instructions here. You need to set developer mode in Discord. And with that developer mode, you can get the server ID as well as the role ID. How this works inside Discord is pretty simple. So in Discord, you open up your user settings. You know, this is my Discord here. And look here in the user settings, that cog there. And you can look up your username on the bottom. Look at the app settings here, app settings, and then all the way down to advanced. Click there and you see developer mode here. You need to turn this in developer mode. That way you can basically right click here on your server and copy your server ID. That's what developer mode does. It allows you to copy the server ID. In this case, I have my server ID here, copied it, paste it. I'm going to name my channel, my managed channel. And next thing I need is a role ID. So if you look here, I'm going to go into my server settings here. And there is roles right here. So you can create your own role. I did that. I have a draw share role here. It's just very simple. You need to create role, name it, whatever you want to name it. And then you will need to add members to that particular role. So any members that are added to the role will have access to the channel. and this will be checked whenever they connect to a channel, right? So with this role, I need a role ID. So right click on the role, get copy role ID, and use that here in the form. With that, I click step 3 and I'll register the managed channel, right? With that, I see here there's a new channel token available. I can use that as my channel token that I send to my users, my followers that want to listen in on my managed channel. So now only people that can actually connect to that channel will be people that have connected their license key to Discord and that are added to the role as members. So I will need to add myself here as a member as well to be able to connect to that channel. Whenever I remove myself, I will not be able to connect to the channel. We can see that in the demo further on in this video. What the Discord bot does as well is that it will send messages to the owner as well as to a Discord member on particulars of what's happening here. So the owner here will see that there is a new channel token and it will give some guidance on how to use it. A Discord member I was just added to that channel will also receive that particular message. So that way the owner and the user are up to date. The channel watcher bot needs to be active and added, else this will not work. So that's a quick rundown on using channels, the open channel as well as a managed channel using Discord. The next part of the video will go into demonstrating different studies. All right, it's time to demo the studies. On the right-hand side here, I will add the receiver study, where we will demonstrate the connection to the channel. You will need a license key. License key you have received, and it's available on your profile page. You will copy and paste it there. And you need the channel. So we're going to start with the open channel that we created on the configuration page earlier. I'll paste that here. You also need a signal tag. There will be a signal tag that the transmitter side will transmit from the transmitter study. We're going to use ES5 for now, and we'll get back to that later. We will show the study tag as a visibility option. There's a few other options. You can set a short name as well that can be displayed to show that you've loaded the study. With that, the connection will be established and that can be seen in the message log. Right now you have a connection and you can start to receive drawings on this channel from a transmitter that sends them using the ES5 tag. If you right click, there's a number of options here. You can show the credits in the message log, which will update the credits used and remaining. That same number is available on your study configuration page that we've seen earlier. Now I'm going to demonstrate that we can also connect to that managed channel. So to do that, we'll copy the managed channel token. You remember we created that channel with the Discord server ID and role ID earlier on. So I'm going to use that channel here and connect to it. So with that, the message log will tell you if that's successful, and it is in this case. Right now I'm in Discord here on the server, I'm going to go to service settings here, roles, and my draw share role ID, which I use to generate the token. I've been added to this channel. If I remove myself, I should also automatically be removed from the channel backend, which will be seen here in a message log that we are no longer part of the role, and therefore the channel connection is no longer there. You will see this in the chart that there is an item that needs to be checked in the message log. So at this point we don't have access to that particular channel. So let's connect back to the open channel. So we'll get the open channel token and use that. With that, we need to use the refresh connection setting here to make sure that we recheck the connection. Right now, we see we are back in business and the connection has been reestablished. So that's a quick demo on connecting to the backend and using the option to use managed channels. Right now we'll pause the receiving of signals here and continue with the transmitter side on the left-hand side. We'll add the transmitter study, which will also need a license key and the channel token. And we will use the tag ES5min to differentiate sending from this chart. We will show a short name here with the tag to make sure we are aware of this study being loaded on the chart. Right now we can start to draw some lines here and they will be sent to the channel. The receiving end on this chart is in pause mode, so we unpause it. If receivers did not receive the lines because they connect later, or they were in pause mode, or something else happened, the transmitter side can send these lines in bulk. All these drawings will be sent in one package to the receiving end, which they will show up. You'll see the lines are drawn exactly at the same spot. So right now we have a transmitter and a receiver where any changes to these drawings or any new drawings will be sent to the channel and received and plotted. This is the basic setup. I'll go through the options of both studies to show you a little bit more. Let's first clean up all the drawings here. If we right-click the menu, there's a few options. There's credits overview that can be used to always have a look on the available credits for your license. You can send bulk, which we demonstrated. You can pause sending as well, and you can switch between modes. Sending mode all will send all drawings of that particular selection. The sending mode color allows you to only send drawings of a particular color. If you go back to the study settings, you can see that we can select a drawing. So individual drawings can be selected here or all supported. So it is possible to load only a transmitter study for each individual drawing type. That's an option, or you can use all supported. You can also set a specific color and then use the color mode to only send drawings of that particular color. So let's demonstrate that. We still use all supported, so a rectangle will be sent from the transmitter to the receiving end. But if we start to do color mode, then only the yellow will be sent. So if this drawing is yellow, it will be sent. If it's not, it won't be. So we have this horizontal ray. It's not being sent right now, but we make it yellow and it will be sent. You can then move it, adjust the style, anything you want. But if you adjust the color, it will not be yellow, so it will be removed on the receiving end and it will not be sent when you change it. That's what color mode does. Back to all mode. This one will not be sent, but you will need to make a change before it will be sent to the channel again. Or you use send bulk to make sure everything is available on the receiving end. So those are the most important things on the sending side. Let's have a look on the receiving end. Go to study settings here. We have the tag visible. We can associate a advanced custom study button number to this tag. And by the way, if you click the study description button, you will get a web page to see more details of each study setting available. So I recommend you go through them to know everything there's need to know about the study. So we'll associate the first tag here with a button number. And to do that, we will demonstrate it with some drawings here. And on the right hand side, the receiver study, we have a right click option, visibility tag of ES 5 minutes to be on or off. We can turn it off right there and turn it back on. So visibility of these lines or drawings that are received on this tag can be toggled. You can use that associated button to toggle the visibility. If you have set a keyboard shortcut for an advanced custom study button, in this case Ctrl D, you can also use Ctrl D to toggle the visibility of those drawings. Furthermore, it's possible to add multiple tags separated by a semicolon. So you could easily use ES 60 minute as a receiving tag as well. You can use as many as you want, but the first 5 can be used as visibility tags. To support that, we will go to the transmitter side here and create a new chart, a 60-minute chart. I'm going to adjust that and demonstrate the use of a different transmitter study on a different chart, which can be received on another chart. So we'll change the tag here. The tag is completely up to you, but this will demonstrate it. And right now we have a second transmitter on the 60-minute chart here that will transmit drawings that are added there. So let's add a rectangle here, color it different, and there will be 60-minute tagged drawing. We can now click visibility of that as well. So totally independent of the other drawings that were there. This can also be done with that referenced button or a keyboard shortcut whenever that one is assigned. So it's totally possible to use multiple transmitters and just one receiver using multiple tags. This gives a lot of flexibility to using the receiver study. So now we've cleaned things up again. Another thing I want to highlight is the use of tool configuration numbers on the receiving end. As you can see, regular drawings can be used, like this rectangle and the horizontal ray. But there's also something like a price retracement option. There will be drawn on the transmitter end, but on the receiving end, it just looks like that line is drawn. Not all these details, also the labels visible here, are not drawn on the receiving end by default. We will need to work with tool configurations to make those adjustments. It's fairly easy. We right click here, go to use a drawn, and that will make this a drawing selectable. You can check it out. You only have to do this once, so it's fairly easy. We check out this color here and make sure that we notice the color type. We can also add it to this line here. It's already here for my specific color. You're going to remember that and go to the study settings, because if you look at tool configurations, I already have a few organized. You can select to use a tool configuration number associated with this baseline color. So in this case, I want to use tool configuration 1 because that's the same one I've been using to this specific drawing. So this color will be important to associate with tool configuration number 1 inside the study setting. So let's do that. We go to color number 1 to associate. That was this gray color right here. And we're going to associate it with a tool configuration number 1. With that being done, you see that drawing right now, this retracement drawing will be plotted using tool configuration number 1. And for those specific draw types, draw tools like a retracement, there's a few others, you will need to do that. So next time that that particular drawing is made, you can immediately see the result. So you only need to do this once. Any changes will be reflected, and you should be good to go. There's a few other drawing tools there that would also need that particular treatment. If you look, for instance, at this rectangle on the transmitter side, it has labels. If you want labels here, you will need to check it out as well. You see that it's an extending rectangle. Fill color is going to be used as the reference. That's also inside the study description on settings. We use fill color to associate it with a tool configuration. So whatever tool configuration you have and want to associate with, we can do that. So we have tool configuration number 2 here that will plot those labels on the right. So we're going to use that. Go back to study settings here and then use the color, the green color. Make sure it's the correct green and associate that with tool configuration number 2 in this case. And with that done, you can go back to not using user drawn drawings, and every time that we use the extending rectangle with that particular color, that particular tool configuration is used. So that's tool configuration. You can associate in the receiving end a color with using a certain tool configuration. And whenever a drawing arrives with that particular color, that tool configuration number will be used to draw the drawing. This gives you some flexibility in the look and feel of those drawings. The next thing I want to go through is the Unlink mode and the Sync mode as options. First, Unlink mode. If you see that we are drawing something here on the chart, and if you're on the receiving end and you want to save your your own changes to a drawing, you move it around, you make colors about it, you change the line style or whatever, and you don't want to have that updated whenever the transmitter side retransmits it. You have to set it to unlink mode. Right now the whole chart is in unlink mode, so any updates, also deletes, will be transmitted but will not be processed on the receiving end because we are in unlink mode. If you go out of unlink mode, then any changes here to the drawing will be reflected. The previous delete will not be seen, so you will have to remove the drawing yourself. So unlink mode can be used if you want to take control of those drawings on the receiving end without having the changes from the transmitter end being processed. That's why we use unlink mode. In the same right-click menu, you have unlink based on color, which you can also use. And if we then look at the study settings, unlink based on color, you need to select a color. So let's take that purple and use that as a color to specifically unlink a particular drawing. So let's update the transmitter side here. It will update here. Now we color this purple and we are in color unlink mode. Any changes to the transmitter side will not be used on the receiving end. So this one stays where it is and it's completely under your control as a receiver. So that can be an interesting feature if you want to use that. Then there is sync mode. Sync mode and unlink mode can only be used when you are in user drawn mode. So let's check out sync mode. What does sync mode do? Sync mode, you already see the change happening, will make sure that whatever you do with the drawing on the receiving end is also reflected on the transmitter study. And this sync mode is only available for receivers that are listening to their own channel. So you cannot use sync mode when you're listening to someone else's channel. Sync mode is only for people that use this on different charts in different instances and listen to their own channel. So if you're a channel owner, you can draw anywhere you want and you use sync mode to make adjustments to those drawings, and those will be reflected. If you are in sync mode and you make a change to this drawing right there, this will be reflected on the transmitter side, which then will also transmit that change to anybody else listening. So it's an easy way to be in sync and also let that drawing be in sync with everybody else on the channel. So that's sync mode. Obviously, you can save all the drawings to the chart book on the receiving end, so you will keep them if you want to do that. So that's real quick, everything that's going on the receiving study. You can also use these drawings on the lower regions here without any problems, and they'll be reflected on the receiving end as well. So any region, almost any drawing, please check out the study description for the exceptions. And you can use them on a dome as well. So you can use a study here on the dome and load it just like any other study. And that will be possible as well. All right, that's a wrap. Let me know if you have any questions and I will gladly answer them. Thank you. Bye-bye.